Hello friends, welcome to the second video of this GraphQL series. So in my previous video we have done some practical example where we have seen how we can select a resource with a GraphQL and how we can do some CRUD operation with mutation mapping. So this is what we have done in last video. So today we are going to see how we can secure our GraphQL service. I'm going to use the Keycloak, and we'll see how role-based authorization will work on GraphQL. So let me show you my Postman request. Okay, so here is my Postman request. So this was I already showed in the last video. So someone who wants to see how to configure Spring Boot with GraphQL, so they can go to my previous video and check. So here I will show you with some expired access token and without access token how it will react. So I'm calling this get all students. Okay, and we are getting 200 here, and let me show you the content. So it is saying forbidden, so that means the access token doesn't have that required role what the get address by ID, the get address, this get all students, or this method require. And this was the authorize token. So let me remove it and let me show you. Okay, if I remove it, I am getting 401. So this is how your Spring Boot security, Spring security works with GraphQL. So I'm going to explain in the code what all changes I have done and how Keycloak is configured. And I'm not going to show you whole thing about Keycloak. So for the Keycloak, somebody wants to know how to configure reams and roles and all, so they can go to my Keycloak series video and they can check it. Okay, now let's get into the code and let me show you how I have done. Okay, and this is the code. Let me show you. First dependencies what I have added. So Spring Data GPO, it's last time we have added it. Spring Security OAuth Josh, this I have added, and Spring Boot OAuth2 resource server I have added. And yes, these are the two things what I have added it to enable Spring security on this GraphQL application. Okay, and let me show you my application.properties. So here, this I have shown, this was the last time, and this is the thing we have added it, resource server. So this is the same way we do it for REST based application. So this is the issuer URI. Okay, and I will also explain you, I will show in the Keycloak what all things are done. Okay, and this demo client is the name of the client. Okay, in that ream name is a customer. Okay, and let me show you some classes. Okay, so these are the two configuration Spring security based configuration classes which I have added it here. So this is the main thing. Here I am reading the issuer URL, client name, and this is the standard thing whatever is required to secure the request. Okay, and here any request authentication, these are an OAuth2 resource server, and here JWT, we are doing the JWT decode with the issuer URL, and here the custom roles we are checking it here with the converter, and this is the default converter. So here we are checking the ream roles as well as the client roles. I will show you my JWT token, and in that way it will be very easy, and I will also be uploading this code in my GitHub repository, so anyone can check out the code and test it. Okay, so here this is the extract client role, extract ream roles. Okay, and yes, that's it. So I haven't done anything else apart from this, and let me show you the controller. So in a post controller I have not done, in a student controller I have done. So here it is pretty simple. Pre-authorize has authority owner, okay, and pre-authorize has authority admin, has authority super admin. So like this, whatever method we want to secure, we need to add it here. So this is very simple. And now let me show you my Keycloak and how the reams and roles, ream clients and roles are configured. Okay, so this is all about code and nothing else. It's these are the things whatever I change as per my last video. Okay, so let me show you the Keycloak. So this is the customer is a ream, so it is very simple, nothing so special. Okay, and these are the clients. So I'm using the demo client. Okay, it is nothing so great. Standard flow is enabled, direct access enabled, service account is enabled. Okay, and it is confidential type. Okay, nothing else. And roles are two roles are there, but I'm not using it. It is for different purpose. So these are client roles. And let me show you the ream roles, admin and super admin. So these are the two roles we have seen in our code also. Okay, and let me go back to client here. So service account role, we can see these are the roles map: admin, super admin and user. So three roles are mapped with this client. Okay, and if anyone wants to know how to configure roles, clients, and how role based things are work in Keycloak, so they can go to my Keycloak series and they can learn from there. Okay, and now let me show you the postman request again, and let me show you the code first. And so please remember this: admin, super admin and user, these are the roles. Okay, and here we can see I'm using a role owner, so that doesn't exist. I'm using a role admin and super admin, these are okay. Okay, and this user is also a role, which is also okay. And now let me generate the token and let me show you the postman request again. Okay, and this is the okay, we can see here demo client and client secret, client credentials. I'm using this. Okay, and this is the token. Let me show you the token in the JWT.io. Okay, so you can see ream access, these roles are present: super admin, admin and user, but owner role is not present. So we will see how it work. Okay, and I have already copied here bearer token, so I'm pasting the bearer token here, and get all students. So we can see the get all students, owner is the role, so it should not work. Yes, the response is 200, but you can see the errors are like forbidden. Okay, and now let's check some get other thing, get all address. Yes, we can see get all address is working. So let me show you get all address. The user is the role. Okay, so this is working. So and the get address by ID, so this doesn't, I haven't give any pre-authorized kind of thing here. So by default, if we don't give, as per Spring security, it will be open endpoint. Okay, and it does not qualify for any security. Let me show you get address by ID. Address ID, let's suppose it is 4 is London, and yes, it is working. So because it doesn't have any security. Okay, so this is how we can secure our GraphQL service with the Keycloak. So it is pretty simple. Steps are let me show you the steps again. We have to add this 2 dependency here, only 2 dependency. We need to add the issuer URL and if we are adding a client role, so then we need this. And these are some very basic classes, okay, where we say that it works with the OAuth 2 resource server, and all the requests should be like it should check as per the token, okay, and rest are very simple things which I have done here. So with this very minimal setup with very minimal changes, you can secure your GraphQL service, okay. And I think that's it for this video. And if you like this video, if you like this content, please do share, like, and subscribe to my channel, okay. Thank you very much for watching this. See you on the next video.